18, and our people are in the line of fire. I listened to the Calypso Monarch show last night. Yeah, we started early, but I started early to give the audience time to build up. We have some issues to discuss. So we have some music to listen to. We'll listen to it in the meantime. I listened to the Calypso Monarch show last night, and short of 3 performers, 3. Helen Francis, voice, Kurt Allen, the rest, you could sell them for $1. Skatey. If I was a judge in the Calypso Monarch competition last night and I could have found a way to give Skatey a negative mark for trying that stunt, coming on the stage to bad talk all his competitors before he sing his piece of bullshit, I'd have write on his result. Miss me with that bullshit, partner. The next one, the man who come and embarrass and ridicule Chinese people. I keep saying again, if that same man had sit down in our audience listening to a man singing and ridiculing black people, he would not like it at all. We cannot be so double standard in this country. That Chinese song that he sing there, that they give him points for, Tuko, miss me with your bullshit too, eh? Carnival, dead. Calypso, dead. Somebody sent me pictures of Arapita Avenue on Track Road today. Nobody. And I ask a question. What if you threw the greatest show on earth and nobody came? What happens? What happens then? Because we've been ringing this alarm bell for years. The culture dying. A 2-day street orgy in all-inclusive truck band going down the road is not carnival. That is not culture. Sending them across the stage is a waste of freaking time. It emptied the stands. Nobody want to go and see that. They have only so much gyrating pudenda you could watch. What were they judging? Feathers, beads, and 6-pack? Come on, decide what you're doing. If what you're having is carnival, have a carnival. Give the audience something to see. But they have nothing for the audience to see. So the audience stay home or went on the beach. It's now a holiday. It ain't nothing like culture anymore. All you kill it with all your bullshit. But they had 2 songs play last night. And those 2 songs gives me hope for the youth of this nation. Because Helen Francis and Voice, whether all you know it, all is peppers. And you see this song? You had to hear this song. Listen to this song. I'm playing both for you.
It's impossible without change. And those who can't change,
tell me you're hearing it good, eh?
Can't change anything.
And while you're listening to the music, share the video now. Let people know we're here. Because we're winding on a sinking ship. And all them mocking pretenders from Rowley come back, we're dealing with them tonight. Do you trust the government? Do you trust law enforcement? Do you trust the media? The answer to all is a resounding no. Trinidad in trouble.
If you can look as far as I see, within this great land we call TNT.
Listen to the words of this song.
Rivers and seas, pretty woman bringing man to their knees. Treasures of this blessed land we always neglect like ISO and pan. I find it so strange the way we arrange. Still this nation don't know how to change. To some change it might just mean a new car. Change could mean less than $1. To most change have this nice scent we usually get from the government. You see, change is something we always say, but every time we change things remain the same way. Things keep getting worse and worse, so this is what I propose. Let's change the change for a better nation. Change the change for all foundations. Change the change so that we could say that this nation here came from quite down there. I say change the change within the school systems. Stop changing ministers and change what we teach them. But things won't change despite all we do if change doesn't start with you.
Share the video, please.
It's murders, killings galore. So much gunmen fighting needless war. Can't tell you stay, can't tell you go. But they still the land we used to know.
Man singing my words.
Every corner you meet, and they complimented by our dirty streets. Then we wonder why in our sister isle, why they don't like Trinis to come and spend time. When you see change is much more than paving a old road, and it's greater than fixing a lamp road.
Listen, man.
Change is about the whole nation and how we are portrayed when the party done. Who set these standards in my TNT? I really wish somebody here could tell me. It's just the same thing again and again, like we leaders don't use the brain. So change within our country. Change so the whole world could see. Change.
Watch me now, buddy. Again, goosebumps again. That is a pepper. That's how to think. That's how to think. Find that song. Go on YouTube. Type Helen Francis Change and put that song on loop till you know the words. We have to fix this country. And I am glad to see on the Dimash Grass stage last night, people stand up and sing. Not skatey and stunter, whatever your name is, you see jackasses. Real music you sing last night too. Singing Sandra, oh God, we know voices from the ghetto. You will sing that every year. Come better now.
In our youth, we leave all the weight, cause in most leaders, we done a lost faith. They full of such greed. Oh Father, I plead, please Lord have some mercy on their seeds. Cause the youth are trying their best, but they're born in this place of lies and commerce. So eventually, when things get heavy, chances are they might turn out just like we. But you see, change could put an end to all this foolishness and could break this chain link of sadness. Change could help our leaders to grow and start preparing youths for tomorrow. Don't see change as something timely and start seeing change as your duty. To stop them from hurting one day is we had to point the way. So change for better transparency.
Let everybody know we on the inside.
Better economy. Change
live and alive.
And one day go take we money and just fly away. I say for young Calypsonians and stop saying is in good hands. Things won't change despite all we do if change doesn't start with you.
Helen Francis, a round of applause. Listen, I want to meet you in real life and shake your hand, brother. Shake your hand. Helen Francis, well deserved. That is one of the best monarch ever. That song now in heavy rotation. Heavy rotation for me. Hear this one. That was first, this second. He's Soca Monarch. When Renegade play this song in the band, this is the year for love. Listen. Fire will burn them. All of them. Time for fire, boys. Pepper will burn them too. Today. 3 days today. No leadership, no direction, no social management in the country. The Ministry of National Security is a punchline tableau. The Commissioner of Police sits down and looks like a game in headlights. The Prime Minister is a sultan jackass. His Attorney General is the most dictatorial rumper we have ever had in any government in this country. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we have a serious responsibility on what democracy at risk. Don't need no strap to defend my people. Don't need no strap to defend the people. Rock back. Half of them. If they distress my people, then fire up on them. Fire up on them. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Give them fire. Fire up on them. Fire up on them. Fire. Influencing young ones to kill a boy now. Yeah, you bad man boy now. Why he not in government? Look at what we have. And we have jackasses like Mohan Sananan and Franklin Khan and Champa Kudro posing and stunting. Listen. I don't need no strap to defend the people. I love that line. Sit down, rock back, big man look for a walk. Damn evil. If they distress my people, then fire go burn them. And Pepper too. I want a version. Pepper go burn them. I bring and find him. This is the year for justice. This is the year for equality. This is the year for freedom. This is the year for real governance and fire go burn them. True talk. Last night, let me tell you something. I sit down and I watched that Dimash Grass show. And I sit down through the kings and the queens. And I want to say this too. This is my opinion. My opinion. We in 2018, men shall teach all you how to make mass 30 and 40 years ago. And all you still have young girls walking up on the stage, hauling contraption on wheels, dragging it. I watching now, I can't remember the name of the costume, but the woman face, you could see like she working out in the gym, she's training, boy. And the man saying she dancing the mass. How that is dancing the mass? How that is dancing the mass? That is nonsense. That is nonsense. And I see Mitchell put out I get a glimpse. I get a glimpse of one that he put out, and I say, it still has a little something. We have to rescue the country and bring the culture back. We have to rescue the country and bring the culture back. I want to tell you. Soca mass, you see, the tongues and the breasts outside and the feathers, that's cool. You could have that too. You don't have to have one kill the other. I'm telling them this for years. Have the soca mass. Have Michelle singing Hoor for 36 hours in a row, walking up and down the highway. They are an all-inclusive, insular, inward-looking event. That is not for audience. For them to walk up and down the highway with a 19 truck, piss truck, everything. They have everything. They all inclusive. You could start walking with rest truck for them. Long wheelbase trolley with a set of bed on the back. Let them come and sleep. They can rest. The band's still moving. You can give them all that. But that is not for the audience. That is not to inflict on the people of Newtown, St. Clair, Woodbrook, and environs. They don't want that. When a band moving through Ariapita Avenue, with that amplified music, it is unfair to everybody living anywhere close by, up and down them side streets. That's ridiculous. And a real government would understand that there is room in this country for both. There is room in this country for both. They have the tight body stunters who going out there and rub up. Get them that. Send that up and down the highway and into the stadium. And for the Savannah and Arapita Avenue, have real culture mass. Bring back brass. Bring back pan in the carnival. People want to come who are playing, seeing, watching Lyman. 6 months are bending. I would rest. I tell you this, you know. And I know Louis Hart don't want to talk his shit. But I would rest a 100% tax on any costumes imported to Trinidad and Tobago. This is culture. When you send all those bikini masks to make in China, you wipe out a whole level of culture in this country. People who used to work. And Louis know this. Because there are people who used to work for months in Edmond and Lil Hart band room, making masks, bending wire, sticking, gluing thing. And all that is part of the culture. They have places in Brazil. You see, we copy shit and don't know what we copying. There are places in Brazil, little towns that have a bigger carnival than our carnival. We just call our carnival the greatest show on earth, but it's laugh at we. They have towns and cities in Brazil besides the main carnival, whole year. Whole year, every month, they have a carnival like that. And whole month, people making the mass and practicing the dancing, and it's one big cultural thing, and people together. Here is a money-making rape. Here is a stunt and a romp. Here, that ain't culture. That is for Dean Akin and Tribe and Passion and whatever the name that them bands have now. All of them to just make money, make money, make money. It's a money thing. Every year it's from Michelle and them to just make up money, make money, make money. Throw fat and make money, make money, make money. Alright. But that doesn't help the people of Trinidad and Tobago. That doesn't help the country. We are devoid of culture now because that parasitic soca mass destroyed Carnival. It has completely destroyed Carnival. Last night, if all the people Tuko gave complimentaries to that were sitting in that grandstand got up and left, the grandstand would have been empty. Empty. Nobody went to hear the Calypso Monarch last night. Nobody went to see the kings and queens last night. And that is a shame. That is a shame. It is so poorly attended now. It don't even come live on TV. The parade of the bands don't come live on TV. I used to remember people calling them mother, where my band? I'm looking for my band. Yeah, the band behind the band. Everybody known, everybody involved. Somehow, the carnival used to be all away. All away in the thing. No? Carnival and Rafik Shah told them 20 years ago, go and find that article when Rafik used to write for the Mirror. He said you reduce these little black boys from being part of the culture to holding rope and sweeping piss truck. That ain't go end well. And today, watching them moving like roving gangs, robbing people in town, and I had to say, well boy, we had to be the biggest jackasses in the world. Because people tell us this coming. It coming. This is what will end up. This is what you will get. You can't plant onion and pick pineapple. You're excluding people from the mass and they will come and they go inflict themselves on the mass. Now look what's going on. Look what's going on. I post a picture of this price list for Maracas Bay and they have jackasses on my wall defending the $30. $30 is nothing. For you, for a lot of people, $30 is plenty. For a lot of people, to put their family in that car, wherever they're driving, fill up the gas tank and drive to Maracas is a big expense. To make sure they put aside money to buy drinks and little shack and bacon thing, all of that is a big expense. All we doing in this country is eating one another like parasite. We're not living together. That land that Maracas car park built on is Trinidad land. And the money that built the car park, $61 million, which is another question. That is 10 times the value of what that car park should have cost. But the money that's spent to make it, that's Trinidad money. So how come Trinidadian can benefit from it? How come? How come we couldn't say $10? $10 to park. $10 whole day pass. Park here and encourage families back on the beach and encourage families to lime and get together again. Encourage it. Bring everybody out. $10. Couple years down the road you can raise it again. But start off now. Build back a family liming culture because we lost all that. Everything in this country is just a drunken, stunting culture brought to you by Carib, Angostura, and whoever the jackasses is bringing in Johnny Walker Black. Them don't care about Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Them just care about money. How do I increase profits and eat all it up? And they don't care what happened to Trinidad and Tobago. But we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we have to see it different. If you said Maracas Beach, I hear they sell Las Cuevas. How the hell you could sell Las Cuevas? Are you mad or what? Are you mad? You need a real government to come back in this country and undo and redo. You see all that bullshit? Unsell Las Cuevas. I don't care who buy it. Unsell it. All of this is madness. We cannot continue like this. We will end up in a crisis. We let Bayside Towers in Cocorite slowly expand and Macal and block off all access to the water from all them people living in Waterhole. Waterhole, their culture was cross the highway and go in the sea and fish and swim and line. Now you take that away from them. Now they have nothing but to do but sit down on the block and watch one another while people passing and saying, you want to make a hustle? Look at gun. The first 500 is mine. Who you think they coming to rob? You! Jackass! And we live in like fools. We live in whining on a sinking ship. The absence of leadership in this country is astonishing. Not a single person. I wanted to raise this issue because anywhere else in the real world, a threat of terrorism to a national cultural event would have had. CNN would have created a whole moving graphic. Bacchanal in Trinidad. Something. Bomb threat in Port of Spain. Because every hour, on the hour, you would have seen them. And they would have been standing up behind the podium. And the Minister of National Security and the spokesperson for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the Prime Minister and different people will be there bringing updates. As of now, this is what we've learned. This is what has happened. This is the action that have been taken. This is where we are. Besides one stunting press release from one police officer, not even the most senior police officer. One man come and sit down, somebody named Jackman, and read out a press release. Tell Trinidad, they've disrupted plans to disrupt Carnival. It take them half hour to tell us nothing. You've disrupted plans to disrupt Carnival. We hear a little Muslim talk, we hear a little raid talk, but they have no information for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Why? Because we're assholes. We're not entitled to know. Once we have stunting jackasses in power, them could do what they ask they like. But it is not so. This is a democracy. The only reason it continues to be so is that you allow it. You allow it. But I'm glad Carnival bus. And I hope it busts more. I hope it busts more. I hope it sends that message. And if that jackass try a state of emergency after Carnival, you will know he has run completely out of any clue how to run this country, and we will wait his ass out and put 1 million people in the street. Keep Christopher Rowley. You and your Baghdad dictator Faris Al-Rawi. We have all your line and measure now. It is time for you all to go. No more tricks, no more stunts, no more magic. You can't save it. It's dead. It's over. It's over. When an entire country could share and celebrate sharing an embarrassing photo of your Minister of Finance with nobody around him, and they say nobody like him. Why? Because that jackass ruined the economy. You took a man who couldn't build a wall and tell him, build the economy at Trinidad and Tobago. 10 straight quarters of negative growth and not a word from anybody. Where are we going? Where are we going? But the question you have to ask yourself is, on this terror threat, because the reason this thing is named an elaborate con is I don't believe a word of it. I don't care if CNN and BBC broadcast it. I don't believe a word of it. They overplayed it and it is all bullshit. And I know that bullshit is to bring back that anti-gang cybercrime bullshit, human rights eviscerating nonsense law to enslave Trinidadians and take away their human rights. But we will fight that with every breath in our body. How do you have a situation where you announce that and don't follow up? If we didn't raise, I asked the country, how do you have a press release put out by a low-ranking police officer, where the Minister of National Security, where the Chief of Defense Staff, where the Commissioner of Police, 24 hours later, the 3 of them show up as I asked for it? So you didn't know that before? You didn't know that before? The Prime Minister who's sending us cover your chicken, condomize, bullshit on social, on WhatsApp and Messenger. And Gary Griffith will tell you, we set that up when Gary was in office. That was as communications advisor, that was my plan. I have everything and I'm waiting, because I want to see where Faris pull it out from. Because I think I have some intellectual property there. But it was set up to update the public and for instances like this, to let Trinidadians know. Like today when the records went to empty Woodbrook, it was to give updates. If you've parked in Woodbrook and it could have been separated by person, and in area, so you didn't have to tell people all in Pinal and Tacarigua, you're sending a message only to Woodbrook. If you've parked in the side streets, the record will move your car. But why is the Prime Minister telling Trinidad about having one partner and avoiding HIV? That is the Minister of Health's responsibility. This is keep Christopher Rowley engaging in naked politicking, no pun intended, trying to sound relevant. This from the office of the Prime Minister. How is that the office of the Prime Minister's responsibility? Again, ask yourself that question. You are led by a jackass. No matter what he do, no matter what they say, no matter how they try, and to the people who, the latest thing now is, Phillip Alexander have real good ideas, but I don't want him for Prime Minister. Well, hear what? I agree. I don't want the work either. But step up now. Step up. Because I'm doing it. So you step up. All of you, step up. Because the more of you step up, the better we will be. And the best of all of us, let's make that person Prime Minister. Right now, I just ringing the bell, partner. Right now, I just telling you, there is a better way to do everything. If I was a person who was in charge of that car park in Maracas, the road would have passed behind the car park. The car park would shift forward 20 feet so that when you park, you walk onto the beach. You and the infirm and the elderly and the children don't have to dodge car to get on the beach. But we have jackasses in office. We have jackasses in office. Right now, all you have to do is shift, some paint. Shift. Just shift it 20 feet. Because everything done pave and make. We just need to shift it. Put the gate on the back that they have on the front. That is all. But those jackasses wouldn't do it because they need to create a next problem to solve. That have to stay so, and people must get knocked down and dead. You must hear people complain and come back and spend a next $60 million to put the road behind. That is your country. That is your government. That is the leadership in this country. But come back to this. Do you trust the Commissioner of Police? Do you trust the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service? Do you trust the Minister of National Security? Do you trust the government? Do you trust Trinidad and Tobago media? The answer to all is no. No. And we have been treated with scant courtesy and total disrespect. We have not been updated. We have not been told what exactly was supposed to be going on in the country. So it could be nothing. It could be them using, and don't put it past them to use this to test, to see how to squash political dissent, you know. So all of a sudden, anybody who's in opposition to the government involved in things, be very, very careful what they're doing in your name, you know. In your name. It is time. You see all those sharing those memes, the people don't know their own power. It is time to live it. It's time to stand up. When the banks don't have US dollars to give you, but they have US in grab to give Starbucks, boycott Starbucks. Let Starbucks write a letter to me. Boycott anything foreign exchange. Boycott all, so that when they close down, all the foreign exchange coming to you. Make your own blasted coffee home. YouTube, how to make foam. They will teach you. It's easy. It really easy. Boycott anything foreign. And you see, start with fast food. None of the fast food good for you. You want the Ministry of Health to be sending out messages? Send this one out. Stop eating KFC. Stop eating Royal Castle. Fried food killing all you. That's the Ministry of Health work. Because if the Ministry of Health started telling people that, it will save us billions of dollars, and people coming to lie down in the hospital after, paying the consequences. All them sweet drink we drinking, all of it is bad for you. 12 and 15 tablespoons of sugar in one Coke, and you drinking that. You don't think at some point your kidney and your liver and all of your systems will start to collapse? You don't think at some point the overworking to get that poison out your system? Because every time you put too much sugar in your body, your hormones in your body have to produce more insulin to combat that. You don't think at some point you will break that machine down? And you will end up having to test your sugar 15 times a day? Fainting and looking for juice and looking for walking with dynamite in your pocket. What kind of bullshit? You have some responsibility. Each of you have responsibility. And time to start tapping our family and friends with a glue stick. And tell them, listen now, I tell my father all the time, my father, he can't go out with me, he can't buy Cokes. He can't buy soft drinks. People say, oh gosh, let the man drink a soft drink. My mother's complain. If he think I bring a case of soft drink home, he drink the whole case in a week. That's my father. I like everybody father now. My father, my son, my parents, everybody. I like the Holy Ghost. That is your work. Once your eyes open, once you awake everybody else. That's your job. Because the day all of us awake, the day the entire country awake, the country will work better. The country will work better. Because governments and public office holders wouldn't get away with bullshit. You could imagine if the entire crowd that went to licensing office that got treated with disrespect sat down in licensing office and said, we not moving till you fire the licensing commissioner. How quickly this country start to work. That is your right under the Constitution. You know that? Stop being played for fools. Know your rights, learn your rights, and stand up for yourself. Make choice. Don't blame PNM and UNC and Kamla and Rowley and Pandey and Manning. Yes, they all stunting jackasses. But at some point, they only got away with what they got away with because you let them. And it is why we will join no other political party, because none of these policies are negotiable. Samuel Stafford is a madman. Samuel Stafford just looking for something to rub his head and play with his ears. He have nothing to bring for nobody, nowhere in government. Stop asking me. Not every big mouth is somebody they're going to send for me to join with me. We're not interested. Herbert Volney cannot be anybody's political messiah. Herbert Volney, when he was in government, misbehaved in public office. Herbert Volney, by his own words, admitted to hijacking and perverting Parliament with Section 34. In any other country, Herbert Volney in jail. In any other country, it is only in the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land. All 41 of them escape jail. Because all of them who vote aye pervert the course of justice, natural justice, by writing that Section 34 law. You know that? Including Rowley, including Imbert, and all of the rest of the stunting asses that in government now. Faris Al-Rawi was in the Senate when they said aye to the same Section 34, and all of them was to get thrown out for misbehaving in public office. But this is not a real country. In this country, we caught up in nigger and coolie politics. In this country, we caught up in straight hair, kinky hair bullshit. In this country, we've allowed them to separate us so that we're fighting one another for nonsense. And nowhere else in the entire world are the grandchildren of India and the grandchildren of Africa even in conflict. So why here? Why Trinidad and Tobago? Why? Why here? Why we? Why us? And why haven't we yet woken up to the reality? So many times I have to answer people, I'm getting tired. The other day I was driving home and on the west, driving west on the foreshore, and this guy, I'm assuming it's a guy, stopped in the right lane. There is a green light. He stopped in the right lane and put on his indicator. There is no allowance for that to happen. And I'm thinking of all the different ways this jackass could kill people right here. People who come in behind him, people who come in the other way. He looking to take a chance and make a swing back and could kill so many people. And I just went my way. There was a time I would have pulled over and tell a boy, move your friggin' car. But I'm just tired now. I need to see 1 million of us standing up. I need to see 1 million of us when you go in Massey stores and apples selling for $40 and $50 for 5 bruised up apples. Walk out the store, stoops and leave. How quickly, when we all join together, will those same apples come down in price? How quickly will all of the people who do business in this country start to respect you? How quickly? How quickly? We've allowed the banks to own us. We are now slaves to the banks. There are people in this country whose salaries have to go to the bank. So before they even touch their salary, the government take a tax and the bank take a tax. The bank can pay the interest, the bank charging you for warehousing your money. And anything you come to do to withdraw your money is a fee. So how did this become how our people are managed? How did this become our country? How? We let it be. We let it be so. We allow this. I had to tell somebody, when you go in the grocery, you want to buy local stuff. Little mango, red mango, kurma, pawpaw ball, tulum, tambran ball. I love all these things. To find that in a Massey store, you have to bend down in a basket, hide up behind the cash register, and everything mess up together. Right in front of your eyes is M&M's and Twix and Snickers and all of the rest. Skittles and full racks of that. You standing up, but find something local now. How could our local? So when I hear Jackass Paulo Curdahan say, we say buy local, where is the local to buy? If we support our own, it will grow. If we support our own, it will grow. If we make noise with the manager, why is this how we get Trinidad products? Why? Why? Why must all the foreign things dominate all the best space? Fix that or I will never shop here again. And I want to tell you something. They will fix it real quick. Real quick. Because you have to know and use that greed, money thing against them. Understand the value of the money in your pocket. Every time you take out your pocketbook or your wallet or your purse, every time you take out your hard-earned money, every time you spend it, you say, I agree. I want this to continue. That's what you're saying. When you go Starbucks and KFC and Burger King and McDonald's, you are saying, I am happy that we have no foreign exchange for medicine or for me to get to travel. That if I need to wait a 2,000 US to go away, I have to go to the bank 20 days in a row and hope to get 100 US every day. But until then, I don't mind agreeing with things being like this. That's what you do. That's what your message, that's the message you send. That's the message you send. And we need to undo that. You see, all the things that we tell you that can fix at the level of government at the level of state, trust me, that fixing now for now. But you have to fix too. You have to fix too. You will never see me. And I'm going to tell you this, I vex. I went to a Starbucks twice since Starbucks opened in this country. And both times it was because it had to be a meeting on a Sunday morning and there was nowhere else open. And we needed to have a meeting. But I want to tell you, you will never see me buying Burger King and KFC and McDonald's. Besides the fact that I know the junk that is, the only soft drink that catching me right now is LLB. And I had to find out how much sugar in a LLB here. But LLB, that owned me. But prior to that, I haven't drank a soft drink for must be a decade. No Coke, no Sprite, no Solo. When they're running the ads on social media, what do you eat with, what do you drink with your doubles or your roti? I drink water. I don't need your sugar shock after my roti. I don't need it. Chrissy Amar just told me Canvas is open on a Sunday. Chrissy, I promise you, next Sunday I will be there. And I will come and give you business. And we also have to look out for each other. I don't understand. We will go in Starbucks and pay $29 for a Moco Choco Lico Naka. We I know the ass we buying, but yeah, give me that, because as a Yankee now and I'm style. But if you go by a Trinidadian place and you buy a cup of coffee and they say $6, what the hell is coffee? And we have to flip that. When you in business, all your friends and family must come and give you all their business. And when you see somebody stepping out, give them help. Go and give them your business. Them Yankee Corporation don't need your money, you know. They don't need you at all. They don't care. They don't even care to be in Trinidad. Trinidad's a dot. You ever watch the map? I like to look at the map and watch Trinidad in relation to Florida. Trinidad could fit in Florida 100 times, and that's one state. That's one. This dot. And we come back to the whole terrorist threat bullshit, you know. Because I asked this question. A country that you could fly over in a helicopter in 5 minutes. How do we have gangs? Where they hiding? Where they hiding? Everybody knows somebody who knows everybody else's business. I will never forget when they had the first kidnapped in this country was a woman from TSTT named Camille Bobat. I think that was her last name. And they hold this woman in a townhouse in Westmoreland. And I say in Westmoreland? In Westmoreland you get a whole kidnapped person hostage and nobody noticed? Miss me with that. In Westmoreland everybody know if your drawer size go up. They know when you go shopping, yeah boy, I see Phillip buying a different size in drawers. They know everything. How come they get to keep a kidnapped woman? You see, everybody, once it have more than one person involved in any enterprise in Trinidad, somebody else know. Because the second person bossing. The second person bossing. That's in Trinidad. And everybody and the police know that. And I want to say this. There are plenty good, decent, honest, hard-working, law-abiding, law enforcement officers in this country. And I support them. And they have my full support. The only problem is we need to separate fish from fowl. We need to bring, not local, foreign law enforcement to go through the entire register of all the employees in the police service and the army and get the drug traffickers out. Get those out who tipping off the gangsters. Get those out who tipping off the big drug lords. Go in the Coast Guard and bring out all of the officers, regardless of how much boards and badge and stripe they have. Bring out all those who letting the cocaine pass. Because we can't be spending. You see that City Express run a story. 100 people dead. We spent $10 billion, $20 billion in 2 years on national security and 100 people dead. I'm glad they're running the stories. Or 500 murder or some craziness. But I'm glad that they at least following and picking up the thread and understanding how to think. If cocaine coming into Trinidad and Tobago and we have that much Coast Guard have questions to answer. Plain talk. If crime going on in any area and there's a police station, the man in charge of that police station have questions to answer. I always ask how they could sell drugs across the road from police stations. You know, and I know, everybody know the names of all the whorehouses in Trinidad. I have never been to one, but I keep hearing, and I make jokes too. We're going to meet by so-and-so, and we're going by so-and-so. The police command in that constituency, or however jurisdiction, he have questions to answer. Because you know, because if I know, you know. And it had to be so. And until we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, start to treat with it so, we ain't going nowhere. But we need to purge, suspend, and prosecute. When gangsters see police making jail, gangsters will put down the gun. Because they will know that government serious. And anybody want to tell you this division and that division and how to govern, miss me with that bullshit. That's why we tell you we want a 3/5 majority. We want to undo and redo. And if the police service don't want to work with us to clean up the police service, undo it and start over. And if the justice system and the judges and the lawyers don't want to work with you when you're cleaning up the court system, undo and redo, fire all. They are all public servants. No matter what they're wearing, no matter how they consider themselves. I tell you, Trinidad and Tobago have to get back to a place where the Chief Justice and the Prime Minister must cut their ass in traffic and get to where they're going and say this shit can't continue. Let's solve that traffic problem, man. You see how fast it's solved. You see how fast it's solved. If Maxi Coffee was recuperating in Mount Hope spick and span. If Rowley and Trinidad and all them had to go and visit Maxi in Mount Hope, all of a sudden Mount Hope walk in. But we playing the ass. We are allowing these people to make themselves into little tin pot emperors. Everybody now is a big shot. Watch me in my Ferrari. When a man bring down that Ferrari to Trinidad and Tobago, I laugh. You can't reach third gear in a Ferrari in this country. I laugh. We bring it down 4. And at that age, at that stage of your life, you're so insecure. Come now, man. Seriously. But instead of Trinidadians pointing and laughing, we're going, oh, good. Let me rub it now. Let me touch it. Am I right now? Like, never see, come see. Eh? And to the people who ask why you don't speak more Obama-esque, the videos where I make the most noise get the most shares. So as long as that is the case, because Sabga News Network and Massy Media still blocking us. But I want them to hear this. A progressive empowerment party government will cancel all state advertising in all their media, not for spite, because it's no longer necessary. It is state money in Sabga News Network and it is state money in Massy Media propping up those 2 failed enterprises. Shelley Das still getting money. Samson Anton still getting paid because state money propping up them 2 failed propaganda machines. A progressive empowerment party government will fix that too. It is time the people of Trinidad and Tobago understood all the wrong in this country, why it wrong, how it wrong, and how to fix it. It don't have to be me. It don't have to be me. And that is the beautiful thing. And that is why I say I give all my ideas away for free. Because I hope other people step up. I hope other good, decent people step up. Not David Abdullah and the MSJ. David Abdullah was in government. David Abdullah was in government looking for different ways to powder himself. I'm not interested in those stunting jackasses. Not interested PNM in power. Mr. Head of the marching band, David Abdullah, who would march at the drop of a hat. He lost his marching shoes or he lost his marching rhythm. Miss me with your bullshit, David Abdullah. You have nothing to say that anybody in Trinidad and Tobago need to hear. Nothing. From the UNC go back. We need a clean slate. And we need to fire this entire PNM government as quickly as possible. We are entitled to clean that entire parliament, scrub it out, bring it back fresh. Representatives of the people, real government that understands service. Fix it. Fix it. All this tax-free bullshit so these little stunting Viagra asses could go and buy themselves a bigger, faster, richer car to go and interfere with little girls in Hyatt. Where the gangsters living in the president's suite. Oh, let's see the pictures. Man posing with Spanish and Berkey Burke and them are saying, but look where we reach. Well. A madman's land way. Look where we reach. People in, I think it's $2,000 a ticket, posing with gangsters. Dripping in gold. I see insomnia I see fight start and everybody have one goal like Mr. T. And I thinking, none of that goal ever fall off. Them fellas duct tape that out. Big fight, you know. Big fighting insomnia. No goal ever fall off. I had to come close to that fight just to see. But you have a Minister of National Security who is there warming a bench, holding a space. He's a placeholder. Edmund Dillon has no clue what he is doing, and he has no authority to do anything. The people who own the PNM, and I'm not talking about the grandchildren of Africa who out there fighting up, who thinking, it's we time now. It was never your time. Your time has never come in this country. If you feel we time is a CPEP 10 days or a URP 10 days, or you get skip up in a line to pay an overprice for our HDC house, for an HDC shit house, overpriced. If you think that is we time now, you're a jackass and there's nothing I can do for you. I want you to learn how to count, because this country had money to buy Dubai. We could have been one of the richest nations in the world. Everybody's supposed to be eating nice, living nice. Everybody. So if you feel when you vote PNM into office, we time now, that you somehow included in the we, check yourself, friend. Check yourself. Check yourself. They've learned how to corral you. They've learned how to shepherd you. They've learned how to reach into your insecurity and attack you in your ego. They've learned to make you proud of your poverty. They've learned that. I watched Patrick Manning try to defend in Laventille the conditions of the people in Laventille. And I said, that jackass better hope they really do have a God. Because if they have a God in heaven, Patrick Manning in hell tonight. You know what I'm telling you? Roasting his blasted ass in hell tonight. Because he had the power and he had the authority and he could have fixed things for the people in Morva, Beetham, Laventille and Sealots. Just like Keith Rowley has the power and the authority right now to go down Diego Martin West and fix things for people in Abibuja, Big Yard and Scorpion, Waterhole, Cocorit and Harding Place, Bagatelle, Riverside, Factory Road, Covine, Mason, Rich Plain, La Puerta. He have the power and the authority to fix things for people in those communities, people who feed them 2 girl children he grew up there. And must be the boy children that he used to hide from the nation. Their votes feed your family, and you now in a position, you are the prime minister, you now in a position to give them people something back, treat them nice, fix their community, give them jobs, give them hope, give them opportunity, give them the ability to own a home, give them water in their taps, give them proper education, give them proper health care. You have the power and the authority now, but you're a stunting jackass, ashamed of the color of your own skin. And this country cannot wait until we vote your ass into oblivion. Until you, Keith Christopher Rowley, is gone. You are the last bastion of the cancer that has eaten this country to the bone. I'm not quiet because she knows she has nothing more to do and nothing more to say. She just there to pose as opposition leader. She know it done. It over. Trinidadians ain't want that bullshit no more. They don't want that bullshit no more. Under no circumstances they don't want that bullshit no more. They have nothing the UNC have to sell that the people want to buy. They can't defend their track record. They can't defend it. And the PNM and the UNC cannot defend how the same financiers making money, whether PNM or UNC in office. They can't defend that. They can't defend that. And everything here, all I am saying to you is wake up. Start there. Just wake up. Refuse to be fooled anymore. Wake up. And as soon as you wake up, wake everybody else up around you. Because you see, when they come into your constituency come election time to talk, both of them, you can't defend it. Look around. Look around. You hear what that boy say? Homelessness, and you're paving road. You have homeless people, road paving over and over. The road can't fix and you're paving again. Get ready to stand together as one people demand better from everybody who put themselves up politically, including me. Don't make nobody a messiah. Don't make nobody a savior. Join nobody cult. Don't drink nobody Kool-Aid. Don't be red and ready, yellow and steady and orange and friendly. Don't stand with nobody eternally. Make sure everybody deserves your vote. Make sure everybody deserves to represent you. Make sure all of we who come in to talk politics with you, our track record defends it. Make sure you have that responsibility. Your vote, your labor, and your consumption runs this country. Use them wisely. Use them sensibly. Do not take chain up anymore. Don't buy cat and bag anymore. Stop politicking on stunts and bullshit. Stop taking bacchanal and noise and parroting it and saying, "Wee, that's politics." That is not. Don't tell me who do what. Tell me what you going and do. If I put you in office, because I love that, you know. I love that. This Saturday gone, somebody sat me down. In fact, it was two people, and they were shooting questions at me one after the other. I said, you know what? Let me deal with this once and for all. And in a room packed with people, every single question he asked, I answered and tied them all together in the end to a point where I was able to paint a picture of a better Trinidad and Tobago with all of his questions answered and showed him how all of those policies work together and will fix this country. And the room was in total silence, including him. And I want that opportunity to go in every constituency and evangelize that. I keep saying to Trinidad and Tobago, I ain't running down no work. I ain't looking for no government post. I ain't want a contract or a shortcut. Nothing. You have nothing that I want. I want to go and retire and live my life. I have certain things I enjoy. And sitting down in Parliament and arguing with Munilal and Imbert, that is not what I want for me. I promise. If it comes down to me, I will do it. But that ain't my first work. My first work is to wake this country up. My first job is to educate, inform, and empower. My job is to make the people of Trinidad and Tobago aware of their rights and their responsibilities. And the day we get there, the day we get to a point where the people of Trinidad and Tobago no longer taking bullshit, no longer accepting stunting, no longer taking theatre and circus as parliament, no longer accepting bullshit from Sabga News Network and Massy Media, no longer being sold pride when they walk in the grocery and they can't afford something and they're afraid to say, I just tell them bold, and I could afford it. The people in Starlight Drugs will tell you, every time they put out the box with the bandit thing, buy one, get one free, I dare. I tell them, I want value for my money, and I want to squeeze every dollar till the bird ball. And I have pride. If I can't afford something, I will tell you. I know I could be wearing the shiniest and the brandiest and the biggest, but there's nobody I need to please but me. I like to know that the things that I want I can buy. So I'm not wasting my money trying to fool nobody else. And I'm not trying to get poor playing rich. I live within my means. And I'm happy and humble to do so. And there is nothing anybody selling outside there. No brand to hang around my neck or on my belt buckle that will make me a better man than I am today. None. I went through the whole ego phase, driving 5 Series BMW with 22-inch tires and all kind of bullshit. And all that doing is costing me money every month that I didn't need to. Now, the vehicle that I drive in, it must be serviced 3-4 times a year for the past 5 years, and all of that costs less money than one BMW service. You think you're getting me back in BMW? Miss this jackass with that bullshit. Trinidadians, we need to first wake up and pull together. There is everything that we need for a paradise on earth right here. We can fix this country like a rising tide. We can make sure we lift all boats. We could unite the people, one people under one flag. We could fix this nation. We could start with the important things. Home ownership for all. For all, even minimum wage earners. When a government could tell you, even minimum wage earners could own their home, your country is on its way to first world. When your education system starts to educate and teach children how to think, not just what, you're on your way to first world. When your healthcare system treats all with dignity and respect, and you could respond to emergencies within minutes, you're on your way to first world. When your people could afford to feed their families and not have to resort to crime and hustle and 3 and 4 jobs, you're on your way to first world. When we fix those 4 things, security will fix itself and nobody will dare call us third world or shithole. But for now, own it. Own it with pride. That for the past 55 years, we've been abused. We've been taken advantage of. This country has been plundered, pillaged, raped, and raided by 2 political parties in multiples of guises. ULF, UNC, PPG. Well, the PNM is the same PNM. It nearly dead twice, but they come back. The next time we put them down, we putting them in the ground. The next time the PNM lost, they must lose for good. They must have no coming back. Balizé House must become a car parts place. We must shut it down, down, down. No more. This country need an exorcism. We need to get PNM and UNC off with memory, out of the system. We need them and the whole vampire system. All the backroom boys and all of them who taking advantage of the people. We need all of them gone. We need to vote them into the dustbin of history. They must be shamed to say the PNM. And I'm telling you that because nothing PNM ever do for this country was good. Nothing. The most shares I ever get on a post so far was a post I put up last week about the Queen. That sharing thousands of times and it gone. I said when the Queen left, we had roads, we had education, we had healthcare. People had an opportunity. 55 years and $3 trillion later. What happened? What happened? How could everything that they stunt in the parliament, that they gather with the golden shovel and break ground, how could every one of those things fail? How? How is that possible? How is it possible that in a country this tiny, you could sail around Trinidad in a day? How is it possible that in a country this tiny, we have gangs? How? How in a country with 7,000 police and 3,000 army and how much ever 1,000 Coast Guard, that's about 12,000 law enforcement people. We have ISIS and terrorist training camps. How? How is it possible? Somebody pulling all of we leg. It's not possible. It's bullshit. It's an elaborate con. They are fooling us. They are selling us shit. Sabga News Network and massive media give it the broadcast and leave everybody chain up. Well, boy, we're in trouble. The trouble we in is an absence of real leadership. We are supposed to have one gang in this country, and I tell you that under a progressive empowerment party government, the culture of gangs will end. It will completely, without reservation, it will end. The terror training camps and all that bullshit will end. The drug lords and the drug barons and those who import in US in car parts and washing machine and plywood and fish, it will end. All will end. A real government. It will end. This country, easy to manage. It's easy to secure. All 110,000 illegal immigrants, well, that was the last count when Gary was there, all gone. Load them up, ship them out. Bring it to a conclusion. We have embassies and high commissions all over the world. Go and apply. If you're gainfully employed now, come, let's regulate and get everybody who need to have their status rectified. Let's do that. So you can become a tax-paying citizen of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's create our version of a green card. We could do all of that. Stop the bullshit. You live in a country where you could go into a casino on any corner even though gambling is illegal. In fact, the state runs the biggest gambling in the country with the lotto and the playway and the pick 2 and the pick 9 and all the other bullshit that they're selling. And it's illegal. This is the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land. And we need to fix it. We need to fix it before it gets worse. If such a thing is possible.
Progress is impossible without change. And those who can't change their minds can't change anything. You can't change what's going on around you, until you start changing what's going on within you. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. In the words of George Bernard Shaw, your tango, Mahatma Gandhi.
If you can look as far as I see, within this great land we call TNT, there's birds and bees, rivers and seas, pretty woman bringing man to their knees. Treasures of this blessed land we always neglect like ISO and pan.
Tell me this boy what a pepper.
So strange the way we are raised. Still this nation don't know how to change.
Hello, Francis.
Cause some change
I want to talk to you.
mean a new car. Change could mean less than $1. So most change have this nice scent we usually get from the government. You see, change is something we always say, but every time we change things remain the same way. Things keep getting worse and worse, so this is what I propose. Let's change the change for a better nation. Change the change for all foundations. Change the change so that we could say that this nation here came from quite down there. I say change the change within the school systems. Stop changing ministers and change what we teach them. Cause things won't change despite all we do if change doesn't start with you.
Helen Francis, you're a pepper. Even though you may not know it yet. You're a pepper. Mr. Voice, I'm coming for you. You're a pepper. You don't know you're a pepper. This is the year for justice. This is the year for togetherness. This is the year to wake our people up. This is the year for peppers among them. We must undo and redo all of the nonsense that has kept our people bound and enslaved. It is time to raise this country to the standard it was meant to be. Paradise on earth. You think all that went on today should have been allowed to go on? Madness. This is not a red country. This is not a government country. We don't even pretend to be one. We are third world shithole. The Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic will do what we tell you right now.
You ain't no bad man. Stop. Sit down. Rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people.
Sit down. Rock back.
Stop. Sit down.
Rock back.
Big man look for a walk. You're too damn evil.
Too damn evil.
If it distress my people, then
Fire go burn them.
fire will burn them. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire will burn them.
I want Helen Francis, Kurt Allen. I want the voice. I want to meet with them. That is the future of culture. That is the future of calypso. Say that, boy.
We don't need no war. There's no need. So tell me what they're fighting for. What they're killing for. We don't need no war. I said we don't want no more now.
We don't need no war. We don't want no war. This is a country where people were left with nothing holding. They were left with no options, with no choice. So the devious and the zealots and the depraved came along and they feasted on them. They've organized them into gangs and get them guns. 30,000 illegal guns come in the country. Your prime minister know how to count it, but he ain't know how to deal with it. It is time to fire him. You need to fire him. In a democracy, in the Westminster system, he's the minister of everything. Everybody else is his assistant. You must start at the top. They say you must cut the head off the snake. Fire Keith Rowley and his entire band of malcontents. We need this failed government and its mirror, the yellow bullshit. We need to fire them too. We need to make sure that we clean house and start over. The Progressive Empowerment Party talks to you about undo and redo. What we want to bring to the nation is a government that understands that the people of this country have rights, and we must broaden and deepen those rights. And the People's Bill of Rights, Animal Bill of Rights, the Environmental Bill of Rights. We want to give you a country back in your hands where all the power of government resides with you. It is time to undo and redo. All that stunting bullshit needs to go. All of the failed offices of state, shut them down and fire the office holders. It is time that public servants serve the public again.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide
What you want to be.
Your vote can foretell our country's fate. But
Use it well
before it's failed. If it is that who you're voting, fail beyond a doubt.
when you're voting.
Vote them out.
Vote them out.
If it is the proven
To be only for them out. When you're voting,
vote them out.
vote every one of them out.
If it is the time is now,
That change must come about. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out. Register and vote them out.
if they don't see,
Vote them out.
state your finger and
Vote them out. Rescue the country
vote them out with total scorn.
and utter disdain. Let's put Trinidad and Tobago together again.
Vote them out of power.
Terminate their reign. Let's put our country together again. You see all the little mocking pretenders that want to yap in your ears? The paid noise makers, their job is bacchanal and noise and bad talk. They can't tell you how to fix it. They can't tell you what's wrong. They can't tell you what the next step government should take. Bacchanal and noise. Bacchanal and noise. Fire them. Forget them. Ignore them. You don't have to engage them. They are in the minority. This is a revolution of the people. It is gaining momentum. Get on board. State your claim. Add your name. Let's rescue Trinidad and Tobago.
If for 30 years you voting them in,
55 days. And it's only tears. As soon as they win.
they give you big words.
And enslave your soul. Promising you roads. And giving potholes.
If they are the reason why the economy won't sprout,
When you're voting,
vote them out.
I don't care who thief more. I don't care who thief less. I want to fire all.
That them
I want to fire all the thieves. All you go and sort it out. Sort out who thief more. Sort out who thief less.
If it
Just
is
fire
the
all.
in ISIS,
East, west, north, and south.
the same way you vote them in,
Vote them out.
register and
Vote them out.
totally
Vote them out.
state your finger and
Vote them out.
rescue the country.
Vote them out.
Vote them out with tempo. They happy in pain. Let's put our country together again.
The responsibility is ours. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, this is our responsibility. This is our country, not the office holders. And I don't care what position they have in society. I don't care who they think they are. They are not more important than the lowest member of society, than the person with the least. In this democracy, we must make sure like a rising tide we lift all boats. We must bring hope and opportunity back to this country. Trinidad and Tobago is a third world shithole, but they don't have to stay one. The PLM and the UNC have made a right mess of this country, but we could fix it. Get on board. Get on board. Let us fix it.
If their policy is a fallacy, their bureaucracy,
A catastrophe.
if they cannot cope,
And you see it so, then your only hope is for them to go.
if it is fabrication, these statements that they spout,
When you're voting,
vote them out. Vote them out. If it is that frustration,
does make you want to cuss and shout.
when you're voting,
Vote them out.
vote them out. Before they misuse out, thief out, sell out and mix out. If it you vote them in, vote them out.
Things with time.
Register and vote them out.
You fired Kamla. You fired Rowley. You fired Monilal. You fired Imbud. You fired Ram Logan. You fired Arawi. We tired of all you. We tired of the noise. We tired of the mismanagement. We tired of the corruption. We tired of the failure. We tired of the elaborate con that what's going on in Parliament is government. That ain't government. And this Saturday coming here, right after Carnival, we start again. Public meeting, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Come out in your numbers from 12 noon this Saturday. It is time to add yourself to the growing mass of change to rescue this country. We have one shot, we have one chance. Let us not waste it. We will work with anybody who wants to work with us, but our policies are non-negotiable. People must come first. Citizens by right. None of we are worse. Yellow, black or white. Who shall and close? Free movement and speech. A garden that grows and one law for each.
If it is that injustice is what they always show. When you're voting, vote them wrong. Vote them wrong. If it is that avarice is all they seem to know. When you're voting, vote them wrong. Vote them wrong.
If it is their politics, it's just a puppy show. When election day come, all bandits must go. No matter how they hide, no matter how they duck, no matter how they stunt, play and pretend. Time for all that to done. The people must stand up. Like a lion we must roar. Let them know, one people under one flag. The Orange Army, we're growing in numbers. We're coming to take back the country, to give the people a better Trinidad and Tobago. Terminate their reign.
Let's put our country together again.
This Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue, come out in your numbers. This party belongs to you. Not one of us in any position of leadership, in any office, claims this party. It belongs to the people. It belongs to the members. Come and add your name. Sign your name. Become a member. Come out this Saturday at noon. We start now. March 10th, we in La Hoqueta Talparo. Let them know we come in. It is time. The people insisted that we get a representative in La Hoqueta Talparo. They deserve it. That is their right under the Constitution. End the stunting, distracting bullshit, Keith Rowley. You say you're coming to walk about in La Hoqueta Talparo. Let me know what day you're going. I'm coming to walk with you. Defend your record. Defend your party. Defend your government. Defend that nonsense. Maxi Coffee on life support since September, and you play in the ass with people's rights, their right to real governance. Miss all of us with that bullshit. peptrenbago@gmail.com is our email address. That is our primary email address. If you need any clarification, any information, if you want to ask any questions, you could send it to peptrenbago@gmail.com, or you could message me. All of the members are on the threads of all the walls and all the videos, and they're there in the public and they speak out. And if you want to talk to them, you can talk to them directly. The party's chairman is Felicia Holder. We have two deputy political leaders. Delwood Braffett, who is also the national security advisor, and Sarah Nabi, who is the social management officer. We have a finance officer, Shari Wilson, and we have teams building out. If you want to come and be a part of anything that's going on, come on and add your expertise, add your ideas, add your voice. This is a country that is in desperate need of saving. PEP app, PEP, that is the app. It is yours and it is free. It is available on every app store, free of charge. Download it. peptt.com is our website, and it's updated. And you can join via the website, and you could donate. We need your help, and you know we're going to need help. We're going to need financial help. If you have money to donate, donate to us. If you have time to donate and you want to come and help us plan party and plan barbecue, if we're a wash car to make money, we're doing this. We're doing this, and we're not doing it with any deep pocket financiers. We know them, and we see them coming from a mile away. And if you're giving us money, brother, it better be with no strings attached. We want a better Trinidad and Tobago. That is the only reason for doing this. And if you want that too, come and join us. Yeah? Thank you, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going out with this song. I'm going out with this song. See you tomorrow.
Tell me what they're fighting for. What they're killing for. We don't need no more.
Don't forget to share the video.
Tell them wicked people, fire go burn them.
Time for fire to burn them.
Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire go
contact with Helen Francis and the voice, please. I want to listen.
Another one just gone. Boy, you beat your chest and smile. Say you's a madman. Another young boy fall. Your soul can't rest at night. Oh, you's a bad man. Bad man is a man who just defend woman and protect the young ones by any means, Lord. You ain't no bad man, boy, now. You ain't no bad man. A real bad man just makes his own decisions. He don't need anyone. He only needs God. You ain't no bad man.
Ready, no strap to defend the people.
Sit down.
Rock back.
Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people. I'm wicked.
Every time I hear this song, I love it more.
Stop. Sit down. Rock back. Big man, look for a walk. You're too damn evil. If they distress my people, then fire go on them.
Step up on them too. Until I see you tomorrow night, Trinidad and Tobago. Stay safe. And those of you who are in Carnival, be careful. Use the body system. Walk with each other. Let everybody know where you are. If you get into a private taxi car or somewhere you go, send a WhatsApp to people. Take a picture and drive off. Yeah? You have a responsibility to keep yourself safe. We don't want nobody else to die. This gentleman, this 77-year-old gentleman who got crushed by the truck today, oh my God, how his family dealing with that? Listen, please, 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 please. We're having a good time and it's fun and it's carnival, but it is not normal times in Trinidad and Tobago. The beast running wild. Be situationally aware. Be clear. Be clear. This is not a time to be drunk and distracted. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people who move in with you. Make sure that all who come out go home. Yes? Until we see you tomorrow. Stay safe, Trinidad.